Welcome everyone. Huang To, H-U-A, Hua To, T-O, is the Chinese philosopher, surgeon, physician, pharmacist, practitioner of QiGong. He's credited with with the whole origin of what is known as medical Qigong, or Qigong used as medicine. Qigong was the investigation of energy as we think about it. All the energy is the one which moves us, which does everything for us in our life. And when we start analyzing it, when we start going further into it, we recognize that this energy is seen outside in the nature. That's how the yogis learned. That's how the people out on the Himalayas, they watch the nature, they watch the animals, they watch the things nature working, and that's how all these practices came about. Because we borrowed it from nature. We borrowed the nature's way of healing, nature's way of behaving when the external environment is changing. And that's how Huang To, Hua To, not Huang, Hua To, is the gentleman who watched all that. And the initial part that watched was the serpent fighting with the mongoose. He saw mongoose and a serpent fighting. The mongoose trying to get hold of the serpent mouth. You cannot go to the mouth. If you ever notice that, look it up on a YouTube, you'll see. It does not go to the mouth because it gets stung. It goes to the next to it. Cannot go to the tail, otherwise the serpent will come and bite it. It always goes to the neck area. There's no neck in the serpent, but it goes next to this mongoose. That's how the instinct is. It goes next to it, so it cannot turn around like that and bite. And then the serpent tries to wiggle out. This whole process of wiggling out and attacking and watching and attacking, they watch this. These people in the Wudang Mountains in Western China, they watched all this. They watched deer. They watched different animals, behaviors. And they thought, wow, this indicates agility. It indicates flexibility. This indicates power. This indicates ability to adapt. And breath work. They also heard the hissing sound of a snake and all that. There are different kinds of sounds, obviously. So that's how they combined the breath work and the movement. He took two. This is a surgeon, okay? He's a surgeon. He was a surgeon physician. He took two elements out of this. He said breath and the movement. And that's how the medical Qigong was born. And medical Qigong was born, and in reality what happened in China was that there was a revolution, and there was these people who were the emperors, Chinese emperors, the whole destiny. They would control everybody. And what they would do is they would reserve these practices of Tai Chi and Qigong only for the army, generals, and only people who would be trained to fight, to get the discipline. It was completely reserved for them. They would not allow any of the society people to be trained by these masters, the masters who are in the mountains, you see, exclusively. So the masters recognized, they said, how do we bring this out? But they were controlled completely by the emperors, and those who tried to teach the society, they were killed. These masters were killed by the emperors. And so how do we bring it out? And that's where they brought out the whole statement that Qigong and Tai Chi is great for healing. It's great as a medicine. They create medicine in the internal system. And that's how. Then they said, and medicine is good for the whole society. The society benefits because we practice this way. And that's how the emperor said, oh, okay, then go ahead and teach the society. That's how it got out from the mountains into the society and not directly to the emperors, kings and emperors. So that's a little bit of a story. And in the next section, we'll practice the actual, what we call as animals, different types of animals, and how they learned it. And it's a very joyful journey because it is something that many of our yogis and many of our ancients, they learned from that. And we learn along with them and we practice with them.